Oh, hey! Didn't see you there.
Oh, ciao! I did not see you there.
I see what you're going for.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there.
Oh, hey! Didn't see you there.
Hey! Didn't see you there. And welcome to... Hey! Didn't see you there. Ready, set, inform!
Columbus is famed for being a discoverer, yet at the same time wasn't even the first European to find the Americas. That title goes to the Vikings. We are here to tell the real tale of Columbus and describe his effect on the world. In 1451, Columbus was born in the Republic of Genoa. There he began his sailing career as well as working in a cheese stand for his father and helped him weave wool. In 1477, he was hired as a merchant marine by King John II in Portugal. Portugal was gaining power overseas, which gave them a cheap, fast, direct trade routes to goods of Asia and Africa. During Portugal's rise to power, a group of European scholars thought that the world was smaller than it actually is. This meant one could reach Asia by sailing west. Thanks to the printing press invented in 1455, Columbus was able to read these theories and was enthralled with the idea of sailing west for riches. He tried to get funding from the King of Portugal in addition to knighthood, title of admiral, and land. He was turned down, of course, by him as well as the King of England, France, and Spain.
Until 1492, where the Spanish rulers Ferdinand and Isabella decided to help fund 3 ships because they saw Columbus as a means to compete with Portugal, and also because of their good mood due to a recent victory over banishing the Muslims from the Iberian Peninsula. In the stronghold of Granada, the Nina, Pinta, and Santa Maria set sail on August 13, 1492. On October 12th, land was spotted. Since he believed in the small earth theory, he believed he was in Asia, and because of this referred to the Native Americans as Indians. Trade began with the natives and the explorers, but it became apparent that the natives didn't possess the fabled riches, like spices, of Asia. However, some natives wore gold as jewelry. Columbus was hungry for gold and ventured around the islands until the Santa Maria crashed into Hispaniola on Christmas Eve because a 17-year-old was steering the boat. Columbus left 39 men on the island to colonize it. When he arrived in Europe, he was famous. He brought back many things from his travels like chili peppers, cotton, tobacco, animals, gold, and natives to the king and queen.
Because Columbus didn't bring back enough gold, the king and queen funded a second voyage, equipped with 17 ships back to the New World, and named Columbus governor of all the lands he discovered. When he arrived back at the colony, Columbus discovered that all 39 men had been killed by natives, who also had lots of gold on their land. Columbus led an expedition into their territory and found a gold quarry. The chief was angered by the Europeans' arrogance, and soon fighting broke out. This angered the natives and the Spanish. To make things worse, gold was running out, so Columbus wrote to Spain exaggerating the amounts of gold discovered. So in order to produce more revenue, Columbus suggested a slave trade. He then took 500 natives and sent them to Spain. The rest of the natives were forced to pay tribute by finding gold. If enough was not found, the Europeans would brutally punish the natives. This led to many natives escaping into the hills. In the first few years, 50,000 natives of Hispaniola died from starvation, suicide, disease, amputation, and war. In 1496, he sailed back to Spain to report about the colony.
Bye.
Columbus left Bartholomew in charge, and the king and queen listened to his defense and let him return to Hispaniola in 1498. The colony by then was a disaster. A rebellion had begun between the Spanish and the natives. The king and queen sent a royal investigator to assess the situation. He put the Columbus brothers on trial, and they were found guilty for crimes against the natives and Spaniards. They were sent back to Spain in chains. Christopher Columbus was no longer in charge of the colonies. Now, old and humble, he was allowed one more voyage across the ocean, but he could not return to Hispaniola. He sailed the Caribbean for 2 years, till he went back to Spain, where he died on May 20th, 1506 at age 54. Columbus was ambitious, intelligent, and courageous, but no hero. He exploits in the colonies were a disaster for the native inhabitants, and their way of life was destroyed by his government. But his efforts helped Europe dominate the world through colonization and expansions of kingdoms into empires. Christopher Columbus' travels led to the largest trading network the world had ever seen. It allowed for a widespread of goods, peoples, and diseases, as well as a centralized wealth known as the Columbian Exchange.
Many people know that Columbus sailed with 3 boats, but what people don't know is that the Nina was nicknamed after the owner, Juan Nino, and the Pinta actually means the painted one, or prostitute, and was actually called the Santa Clara. Hi, welcome. This is Liam Maxwell, and I'm here with Vance Nevins. Can you please speak into the microphone? Vance Nevins. Thank you very much. We are here to ask Vance a couple questions about history. Can I please have the peanut gallery in the back quiet down? Who were the first Europeans to discover America?
Christopher Columbus.
No, I'm sorry, you were trying your best. It was the Vikings. What year did Columbus sail the ocean blue?
1842.
True or false? Around Columbus's time, most educated people thought the world was round.
False.
It is true. I apologize. What were the 3 ships Columbus took on his first voyage?
I don't know.
Gosh!
Darn.
It is the Santa Maria, Pinta, and wait for it, Nina. More like the Nene. Can we interview someone else?
Fun fact for you: Columbus was trapped by the natives on a desert island in Jamaica, but he says the gods were gonna kill him, and a lunar eclipse came. They thought it was the gods and let him free. Who proved the Earth was round? Columbus.
What year?
Did Columbus sail the ocean blue?
In 1970.
Okay, what were the 3 ships Columbus took on his
Oh,
first voyage?
Mayflower.
I know it. The Nina, the Pizza, and the Santa Maria. Wait, what was that? Was Columbus the first person to prove the Earth flat?
No.
Good job. It was actually Pythagoras and the Greeks. What year did Columbus sail the ocean blue?
1492.
Yeah. So true or false? Around Columbus's time, most educated people thought the world was flat.
True.
That's false. Most educated people knew it was round, they just thought it was smaller than what it actually is.
Columbus has at least 10 cities, 4 counties, 1 country, many high schools, and an exchange named after him. More than any person ever.
Hey, and we're back. I'm sorry, we had a little hailstorm coming in. The weather seems